Listen, we live. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct. Sharif Nova checking in with the Steady Your Heart podcast. We about to go in on the topic. You know what I'm saying? The topic today is... the topic today is going to be one interesting. It's controversial. A lot of people don't even want to mess with this topic. You know what I'm saying? This is Steady Your Heart podcast. My name is Sharif Nova. You know what I'm saying? I'm your neighborhood educator. You know what I'm saying? And what we're going to be talking about today is what do women bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? What do women bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be talking about on this podcast today. But either way, let me go ahead and get this thing started, man. Let's get the music rolling. You feel me? Make sure you're nice and ready to record, and let's go. Yes, sir.
Steady your heart.
Here we go. We live and direct, baby. Look deep into your soul. For your mental, it should be tested this day. Drop, 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 drop. Yeah, yeah. I made that baby. Listen. I made this beat. Listen. You need vocal coaching. You know what I'm saying? You need vocal coaching. You need piano lessons. You need any type of musical education. You need to be a better performer on stage presence, all of that. You can come holler at me, man. That's what I do when I'm not partying. When I'm not talking, I'm making music, and I'm making your music better. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're doing this for the Instagram. We're doing it for the YouTube. You're gonna be able to find me on Patreon real soon as well, man. It's a Steady Your Heart podcast. What's going on, Missy? Hey, Ro, you already know. You know what I'm saying? You already know how it goes. Shout out to Missy, man. I already know she's gonna come and spend some dollars later. Just don't even come in yet. Save it. We're gonna wait till some more people get up in here. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm gonna start talking my cash. Cause the camera rolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start talking my cash. You feel me? So listen. What do women bring to the table? First of all, we gotta debunk and we gotta knock down the negative stigma that comes with that question. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like when someone asks them the question, or like if a man was to ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? She's automatically offended in a lot of cases, which should not be the case. That should never be the case. If a man asks you what you bring to the table, yeah, hey, what's good, bro? My man worldwide, you know what I'm saying? Hey. But listen. Back to the topic, man. What women bring to the table. Women, you have a lot to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I'll start by saying that, giving my side to it. Women have a lot to bring to the table, but men should be able to ask. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. A man should be able to ask you what you bring to the table because he's bringing the table. He wouldn't know if you're going to be able to provide for it or you're just going to take from it. Because at the end of the day, if all you're there to do is take from the table, then everybody can't eat. Everybody can't eat. So that's the misconception. So if a man's asking you what you bring to the table, he's not investigating you. He's not trying to say you're not already worthy. He just caught interest in you. You know what I'm saying? Literally, if a man is asking you what you bring to the table, he might like you. You know what I'm saying? If a man is even asking these kinds of questions, he like you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of cases, you know what I'm saying, dudes don't even want to know what you bring to the table. The first thing I want to know really is what you bring to the bed. You know what I'm saying? What you bring to the bed. Because the first attraction that we have most of the time is physical. If we don't got the physical attraction, we won't even approach, I promise. You know what I'm saying? We most likely won't even approach. Unless you're giving her crazy signs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes will take easy bait and then she's giving crazy signs. Or if she would approach him, she'll go ahead and do that. But even after you approach her, you go on a date. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you know what I'm saying? You got physical. You had your intimate moment. You know what I'm saying? And then you start thinking like, wow, okay, I see potential in this girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm starting to feel her. So I wonder if she could be the one. So what you gonna do? You're gonna approach her. You're gonna ask her what she brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? A lot like in my past, like one time I asked a girl what she brings to the table because I'm like, okay, she seems cool. We've been hanging out, so let's start having a talk about us. Let's have a us talk. You know what I'm saying? So I asked her, you know what I'm saying, what do you bring to the table? And literally it was like an argument. You know what I'm saying? So what I said was like, oh, so you bring arguments to the table. You know what I'm saying? Off rip. So you bring arguments to the table. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if someone's asking what you bring to the table, you should have something to say. It shouldn't be your opportunity to get upset, to get offended when a man asks you what you bring to the table. You should know what you bring to the table, and you should be humble to your man. That's like he was humble to you when he woke up to you and called you beautiful, gave you the compliments, courted you to even get to this point to ask you what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And you should know, and even men, a lot of times, women want to know what we bring to the table. But literally, it's our jobs to even show that before they could even ask. You know what I'm saying? Dudes showing what they bring to the table before the lady even asks, because that's what the lady's attracted to, because the table is what she's going to need to survive out here. And the woman's instinct is to survive. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm out here telling the truth. Steady your hearts. Steady your hearts. Steady your hearts, man. You know what I'm saying? But listen, so another thing is when a man asks a woman what she's bringing to the table, another misconnotation is that she thinks that he's asking physically what she brings to the table. Not physically, financially. Financially what she brings to the table. A lot of times, even though a woman's finances does benefit men, especially in this day's time, that's not what we're initially interested in. You know what I'm saying? That's not exactly what we're initially interested in. Who brings what to the, as far as if she can bring us money to the table. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're looking for. We're trying to see if she could bring us some peace. You know what I'm saying? If she could bring us, you know what I'm saying, something to eat from time to time. Just no problem. She, like, literally, men, all we want from women is we just want them to be clutch. You know what I'm saying? That's always, it's simple. We just want to see how clutch can you be when we ask what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So let's see, let's ask me. What are some things that I think in general that women could bring to the table in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? I think women bring that nurturing spirit. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you don't know what to say, ladies, here go a couple. You know, that men will probably like. Nurturing spirit. You know what I'm saying? We bring, you know what I'm saying? Women bring good vibes a lot of the time. They can be a good listening ear as long as they like what they're hearing. You know what I'm saying? And if they care about you and you talking about you and your struggles and stuff, they will listen to you and they'll listen closely. And then they'll do what they can to, like, help you. Like, women come through in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? When they're ready. And a lot of times, if a guy's asking what you bring to the table, well, you could just lead with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw a video earlier where a dude they was talking about this topic. It's on my story, actually. You want to check that out. You know what I'm saying? But he asked the shorties, it was a group of people, he asked a group of girls, you know what I'm saying, what do y'all bring to the table? And they was talking about that topic. And one of the girls, like, the video just started. It just started. She already was like, are you broke? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? If I ask you what you bring to the table, it literally has nothing to do with finances. You know what I'm saying? I caught attraction for you. You know what I'm saying? I was interested in you. And the fact that I'm asking what you bring to the table, that means that the guy, like I said earlier, the guy likes you. He wants to know more. That's like a way of him getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? When a guy asks what you bring to the table. So you need to steady your heart and answer the question. You know what I'm saying? And even like a lot of times, you may not know how to answer the question. If you got to understand that guy, tell him like, wow, that's a good question. Give me some time so I can really come through with something real for you. Like, what do I bring to the table? Maybe you got to figure that out for yourself. Instead of getting offended, ask him, like, tell him you need the time to figure that out. You want to put the work in if you're actually interested in the dude. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, that's another problem. A lot of people don't actually be interested. You know what I'm saying? If you're not really interested in him, and he asking you, you know what I'm saying? See, my man Guinea said, you're an asset or a liability to the relationship. Exactly. That's why we ask you what you bring to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? We want to know if you're an asset or a liability. You know what I'm saying? Because we like you. We don't want to be fooled by a beautiful leech. You know what I'm saying? So if we're asking you, that means we're interested in maybe trying to investigate you, bring you down. You know what I'm saying? Shut the whole operation down. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women, like, literally, first of all, and I've also heard a comment about the audacity of the man. You know what I'm saying? The audacity to ask. Fellas, man, if you got a question, ask. It don't matter who it is. If you want to know something if this literally affects your future, and you think about a future with this woman, and you got a question about things that could be directly related to your future, you need to ask. You know what I'm saying? And what better question is, what do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? I got the marble table lined up for you right here. You know what I'm saying? That thing glistening. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice turkey on there glazed over with the Coca-Cola and the Pepsi, you know, whatever, however you do it in your city. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I want to ask, what are you going to bring? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to bring? You know what I'm saying? Like, see, well, we got another comment here. Let's get some comments going on real quick. Let me see what we got here. Oh, Missy, what up? Hey, Roy, shout out to Alpha Rho Theta, man. I'm a fraternity founder. That's my fraternity. She one of the most loyal, most fire members we got. You know what I'm saying? My man Guinea said asset versus liability. I'm gonna need you to call and talk more about that. But I touched it, but I can't really Say what you thinking, you know what I'm saying? You came through with a quick two-piece, you know what I mean? I need to get up in there, you know what I mean? But let's see here. Giselle, you know what I'm saying? Giselle, she said to always be direct. That's what I'm saying. Like, and also, like, but I'm realizing that, like, on TV and online, I'm seeing a lot of women, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, like, getting offended by it, blah, blah, blah. But literally, as I'm reaching out to people, and I'm also actually talking to women within my demographic and people that I can actually reach out to, they actually don't see anything wrong with the question. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a thing. That's why we got to open this conversation up. That's why the Steady Your Heart podcast is the meeting ground. It's the middle ground for us to come and have the real conversations in the safe place. Because I ain't letting nobody get disrespected around here. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what he said. Listen, see my man Quan. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Quan. He said, if I'm bringing a food, can you cook? Things like simple. You know what I'm saying? If I bring you a nice salmon home with some vegetables, can you saute that thing for me? You know what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? How can you add to the operation? You know what I'm saying? So if a man asks you what you bring to the table, the first thing you do is give him an attitude. Fellas, she just showed you. She bring an attitude to the table, bro. That's what you need. Come on, man. Is that what you need? Steady your heart, man. Is that what you need? She bring an attitude to the table. You know what I'm saying? You like literally, when you ask that question, you will get your answer. So ask. Be direct. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, when you get this question, slow down. If it catches you off guard or you feel like it's taking jabs at your ego and all that, just slow down. Be like, okay, well, that's a good question. Let me get back to you on that maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to investigate myself in a situation and see if I'm even an asset or if I could even be an asset to the situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you can bring to the table. Take your time and answer. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, like so I'm gonna touch on a couple more things. Like I see some more people came in. You know what I'm saying? This is Steady Your Heart podcast. But I was saying two of the main things about the what women bring to the table that are misunderstood is that it's a financial question. You know what I'm saying? From men, that we want to know how much money we could take from you, how many things we could take from you, which is not really the case. We just want to know how you can add to our peace and things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to know. The second thing is that if a man is asking what you bring to the table, he likes you. If he don't like you, he don't care. You don't even got to sit at the table. You don't even get in the kitchen for real. You know what I'm saying? So if he asks you what you bring to the table, he actually likes you, probably. You know what I'm saying? It might be something, it might be a form of a compliment. He's trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? So slow down, steady your heart, and answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Let me see my man JV. What up, bro? Shout out to all my Tampa family, man. I lived in Tampa for a couple years. I got mad love for the city, Tampa, man. But listen, he said, a secure man doesn't care about a woman's finances. You know what I'm saying? Woman looks for those things. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. That's why they feel the question disrespectful. So they're projecting. They think that we're looking for what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? If you misunderstand what he's asking, why don't you ask more questions instead of clapping back? You know what I'm saying? I've been personally clapped back on for that question. You know what I'm saying? I gave a little story time earlier. You know what I'm saying? And online, you also see it where people get clapped back on when they ask that question. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and sometimes you can bring your own table. And that's a whole nother topic, Quan. That's a whole nother ball game. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that with that one, you can always bring your own table, but it's important in a relationship for everybody to know that they need each other. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody talking about I got my own table, it'll have an underlying energy that we don't need each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what do men want women to bring to the table? Let's have a drink and talk about it. Let's have a drink and go grab a drink so we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? What do men want women to bring to the table? So in basketball, right? We all love Kobe. One of the things that can really make a basketball player a star is him being in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? When the game is at the end of the game, it's fourth quarter, you got a couple seconds left. You know what I'm saying? You're down 1 point. No matter of fact, you're down 2 points, you need a 3. And everybody can, and in that moment, you can be counted on to make that shot and to help make things happen. Even though the whole time we're together in the game, the team made this happen. But in that moment when I actually need you, can you be clutch? That's called a clutch moment. That's like guys want women to just come through where he can't come through anymore, because that's literally, women could do that for us. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that women could bring to the table. Another thing is a listening ear. Because, man, we need somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody get your therapy. Don't try to make your spouse your therapist. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you have a long day and stuff like that, you want somebody that's actually going to talk to you. If you bring them a problem, they don't always look at you and what you did wrong and try to just down you. They listen to you and try to help you out. You can bring that to the table. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the sexual gifts and all of that. But one thing about that, I feel like women shouldn't put that even on the list. The fact that they bring sex to the table. Right? Because like I said in the last podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like I said on the last, hold on, let me, well, that was nice. I played the piano right there. I'm going to play for y'all on the pod one day. But anyway, like I was saying, it was a woman that's over 70 years old told me this fact. She said, and I was young, she said, whenever you lay down with a woman, whenever you get into sexual intercourse, don't let her trick you into thinking that she gave you a gift because she enjoyed the experience as well. Y'all literally gave each other a gift. That was an equal exchange of the souls. You know what I'm saying? So if a woman tell you the only thing she should bring is sex to the table, literally, that can go ahead and be just scratched off. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, no, I'm ready to talk to some of y'all, man. Let me get some of y'all. Anybody want to call and holler at me? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. JB said sex shouldn't be an answer. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? It really shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like literally, that's the easiest tool. You know what I'm saying? That's like that's a given. And that's everybody's gift. That's everybody's gift. You know what I'm saying? If y'all dating each other, everybody enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what gave me 10K, what he said. If she cannot listen, she cannot be correct. That's a fact. Corrected. If she can't listen, she can't be corrected. That's deep. You know what I'm saying? So the fellas are talking. The fellas are talking. You know what I'm saying? They want you to bring a listening ear to the table. You know what I'm saying? That was a cosign for my man Guinea. You know what I'm saying? A fellow Brooklyn soldier. You know what I'm saying? But listen, so we literally, if you could listen to your man, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have to, I'm not saying listen to him as far as do everything he says, but listen to his reasoning. And if you have opposite reason and you're not going to go that way, you're going to stand in your power and not do what he says, at least you listen and y'all were able to reason with each other and come up with a solution. But don't just come through with the energy like, oh yeah, I don't got to listen to you. You ain't my, I'm saying I don't listen to no man, blah, blah, blah. Nah. See what's going on. Investigate the situation. Bring that to the table. An investigative, listening, loving ear. That's what the fellas need. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the other things like cooking and stuff, but those are, to me, those are cliches, but those are very important as well. Being able to nourish your man and make sure he's strong and healthy and energized to get through the day. You know what I'm saying? That's very important as well. But at the end of the day, those are things, because a man could cook too. A man could, we could do that too. You know what I'm saying? JB said it's too much masculine energy from our women. See, we're gonna have to attack that on a whole nother spectrum. You know what I'm saying? The masculine energy coming from our women, because that's historic. That's a long story. Masculine energy coming from our women is a long story. That started from way back. You know what I'm saying? But that does translate into how if you were to ask a woman what you bring to the table, how she can shut you down so aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Or so quickly without even trying to investigate herself. Because a lot of times in life, the hardest thing to do is to put yourself under your own true investigation. You know what I mean? And literally look in the mirror. Like when I wake up in the morning, I stare at myself in the mirror for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And I see how I feel. I check how I feel. I see what's going on. And that's one of the hardest things to do. So I try to do it every day. But if you try to get somebody to do it on the spot and do it for you, do it for a man. Like, you want me to check myself and check myself for you? This is blasphemy. This is madness. Okay? They ain't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? But if you slow it down and realize, like, wait, if I fix myself for the person that I'm growing with, I'm actually fixing myself for me too. It's a beautiful double-headed sword. You know what I'm saying? It's like the positive version of that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, we got some more comments. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what she said. It's hard to be feminine when you're experiencing men who don't make you feel safe to be feminine. Wow. That's a whole other spectrum. So So what if a man said, what if I were to say, oh, it's hard to be masculine because we don't have women to make us feel safe to be masculine. You know what I'm saying? Literally, everybody's saying the same thing. Each gender. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. You know what I'm saying? On both, but it's equal on both ends. We literally, it goes back when you up there when we was talking about listening. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to that listening point where we gotta listen to each other, just like, you know what I'm saying, the men request that the women listens in detail. They request the same from us. You know what I'm saying? Don't just listen to her and laugh around just because you wanna get to plan B. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling her, you want to court her and stuff, actually listen to what she's saying, because literally, women literally say everything. Niggas just don't be listening. You know what I'm saying? They say everything. People just don't be listening. You know what I'm saying? Safe to feel feminine, you say? Oh yeah. See, I want to see what could a man do to make a woman feel unsafe in her feminine nature? I honestly don't know. So if any one of the ladies want to help me answer that, anybody want to call in so we can hop on some of these topics? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to talk to some of y'all, but I feel like that's a good question, because at the end of the day, like you say, it's not safe to be feminine. As guys, we don't really know how it even got to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be historic as well. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know exactly how it got to that point. But back to the topic. You know what I'm saying? What do women bring to the table? At the end of the day, honestly, in the mass spectrum, what I see, you know what I'm saying? Women do bring a lot of positivity to the table. You do see a lot of women feeding positivity into black men and in the community and things like that. But you also see on other channels where women just don't like how they talk about some dudes. It could, like, when they curve a dude, it could be reckless. You know what I'm saying? It could be reckless, and that could even be a safety issue. You know what I'm saying? You don't just be recklessly curving dudes. That could hurt you. You know what I'm saying? See, 10K might have answered the question. You know what I'm saying? You have beta and alpha men. Choose wisely, ladies. And I feel like that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, women be dating betas in uniform. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of dudes be betas in uniform. Other dudes can smell it. You know what I'm saying? We can smell it a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? But if he come to you, his voice deep enough, he fly, boom, boom, got enough bread. That's his uniform. The soul, his heart ain't steady. You know what I'm saying? His heart ain't steady. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. We got a request. Let me see here. Oh, man, Quan. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, women bring to the table. You should easily be able to ask that whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Quan, what's good, bro? You, what's good, bro?
Yo,
Yo, what's good? What's good? What you got to say about the topic, bro? About women
alright,
and the
cause
topic of what do women bring to the table? Talk to
the
us, man.
it was a little bit about the feeling unsafe to be feminine, like what he was saying,
Mm,
alphas and betas, and like you was just saying, they're betas in disguise. The dudes, I feel like that have to be tough towards their women. Like, why are you being tough towards her like that? Like, as if she was a nigga. Like, kind of what she was saying, that she feels like she has to buck up to you. Like,
mm.
why is that even option towards a nigga, like a man, and why they continue to pursue that guy that's getting bucked with you?
Yeah, yeah. That be the question. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like a lot of women don't feel safe in their feminine energy because they feel like a lot of guys, they get too much in their masculine energy towards the women. So the women got to match that energy and never learn how to turn it back down. That's what you're saying, kind of?
A little bit what happens, but I don't see why would they continue to do that anyways in that type of relationship. Like, why continue that? Why would you want to be in that?
Mm.
Have to be masculine.
But that's a fact. Because they, like, you stayed in that relationship long enough to where you think you got to bring that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? All of these are just a line of your choices. And now you want to be masculine with me, but I didn't even do that to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you bring to the table.
Like, the dude that I don't even see why men would even put that towards a woman. Like, you have to shield yourself that much that you have to get tough with her to prove that you're tougher than her like that.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
All that's not even necessary.
But that's that beta male energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where you gotta bulk up over your woman and try to, like,
you do that, but once you're man.
Yeah, man. I think that is one of the things that put women into their masculine frame, because they gotta protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And because when you think and nature, and you think about the lion's pride, right? The lion's and the hunting. Like the male lion don't really come out and get down until the females need the help. But when it's really get down, the females really they bring they bring the fire. You know what I'm saying? That's like for survival. You know what I'm saying? Actually nature of feminine and masculine energy as well. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep giving her that roughness, she got it in her. She's a lioness if you're a lion. And if y'all yoked together, you know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, you choose to stay in that situation and you pass on the extra aggressive masculinity to your next person. And that's probably what makes them feel unsafe, huh? Word, bro. Nah, I appreciate you calling in, man.
No problem.
Yeah, man, anytime. You gotta come back every time, bro.
I got you.
All right, bro. Yeah. See, y'all see that? You know what I'm saying? So as far as let's back to the topic of you know how to hang it up? Let me see here. Yeah, back to the topic of what women bring to the table. Listen, fellas, I gotta review a couple of things. We got some new people in. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what a woman brings to the table, if you want to know anything pertaining to your future and your happiness in a relationship with a woman, ask her. If she don't want to answer or she give you attitude, then guess what, bro? That's your answer. Stop playing around, man. Steady your heart. You know what I'm saying? That's your answer. Either way, you have the right to inquire about your future, no matter business, friendships, relationships, hobbies. You have the right to inquire and ask your questions. So ask your questions. So if you want to know what she brings to the table, ask her what she brings to the table. Ladies, if you don't know the answer right away, tell them, like, wow, that's a good question. I don't know right away, and I respect you so much. I want to take some time out to figure that out and come back to you. You know what I'm saying? That's a real man will respect that. If he can't respect that, he doing all this, he start being, oh, nah, you doing too much, then there's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? You can study your heart, and you can move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, no one should ever be offended for someone asking them what they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Or men asking women, what do you bring to the table is modern man mentality. Yeah, I agree. That is modern man mentality because literally, first of all, shout out to the modern man. Shout out to the modern man because the modern man holds the women, we're holding our women more accountable. First of all, slow down. Shout out to Easy Breezy. You know what I'm saying? My lemon squeezy. Okay? Let's see here. A man should already know what he's looking for in a woman. Exactly. And that's why he's asking. That's why he's asking her what she brings to the table. Because he might see it in her. You know what I'm saying? He might see it in her. But he wants to see if she knows. He would just want to ask. He want to talk about it. So he's asking her what she brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? So we do know what we're looking for, and that's what we're asking. And if we ask and you can't answer, then that's our answer. There's always an answer. No answer is an answer. You know what I'm saying? There's always one. So ladies, when a man asks you what you bring to the table, don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't get offended. You know what I'm saying? Don't get defensive and push offy. Just talk about it. Like, ask him why. You can even ask him, like, but genuinely ask him, why are you asking me that? But like, wow, that caught me off guard. Why are you asking me that? Instead of react, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, why are you asking me that? Maybe he'll say, because I like you, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see what you bring to the table. I'm trying to see what's going on, blah, blah. And talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But you can talk about anything. You never have to get defensive. You know what I'm saying? You never have to get irate. You never have to feel judged or put down. Because if he asks you that, like I said, he likes you. He's wondering about you. You know what I'm saying? He's wondering about you if he asks you what you bring to the table. So steady your heart. You really need to humble yourself. And I think that's one of the biggest underlying problem here is that I feel like our black women, for the most part, are learning to humble themselves to us, but we're not all the way there yet. Because if you are humble to the people that we're dating and you humble to the people in your dating pool that you're interested in, then they should be able to ask you these kinds of questions if you are dating in a mature realm. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. If you're dating in a mature realm, then you should be humble enough to ask that question. You got to be humble. If you're going to go on a date with a man, you must see him as manly enough to be humble to him. If you're going to lay up with a man, you must deem him manly enough to be humble to him and be able to ask you questions. If he taking you out, he paying all this money, he driving you around, y'all laying up, y'all doing all this, and he can't ask you what you bring to the table, you're not humble enough, and maybe you need to check yourself because you the one tripping. Maybe you the problem. You know what I'm saying? And these are just we just get into the reality of the situation, man, because we got to check our souls. We got to really check the mirror. If we're going to study our hearts and we're going to make these changes. You know what I'm saying? So next time somebody asks you what you bring to the table, answer them. You know what I'm saying? Answer them. Let me get back into some more comments, man. Let me see here. Let's see if we got some humble. You know what I'm saying? We got some agreements. Facts from Misi. You know what I'm saying? Easy breezy. You know what I'm saying? If a woman says, I can cook and I'm loyal, I've been to therapy, for example, is that automatically acceptable? Yeah. I mean, if that's her answer, because another thing is we got to realize that every single relationship is unique. Yeah, it depends on the man if it's acceptable. Exactly, JV. You know what I'm saying? Because every relationship is unique. So, like, think of it as like we all black brothers and sisters, right? Boom. Let's just take it out of relationships for a second, right? Let's say you have siblings. Your relationship with each of your siblings are different. Just like I bet the relationship that you have with your people you've dated, each of them are different. Just like your relationship with each of your friends are unique. So you can't say everybody you're dating, like when it goes to the dating world, that's different. Because that's your first mistake right there. You know what I'm saying? Separating the two. Every relationship is unique. So if that's what her answer is and that works for this relationship, then that's okay. Like bet. Like we outside. You loyal and you cook. Like I'm hungry. And I love my woman and myself. Like that's a bet. But some guys, you know what I'm saying, they hired a chef already. So that might not be what they're looking for. They might just want somebody that knows how to give good massages. You know what I'm saying? They might just want somebody that knows how to clean well. And then some guys, they hired a maid. You know what I'm saying? So every relationship is different. So there's no automatic acceptable answer. That's why you really got to observe yourself and tell that person the truth to see if you're actually a match. And if a guy's asking you that, he's wondering too because he's feeling it. He want to know more about you. And he's asking the real questions, but some of these questions are too real for y'all. Some of these questions be too real for the streets, man. That's what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to all the men out there asking the real questions, holding themselves accountable, holding the women accountable to get this thing done. You know what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Cheers to the men holding everybody accountable. Cheers to the men holding everybody accountable, including themselves. You know what I mean? Because that's what it takes. Why not qualify your queen? Why is it wrong to qualify your queen? She's qualified you, I promise you. She's qualified you in her mind. If you date her long enough, she's followed you through her friends. She run you through the friend filter, the family filter. She's qualified you. And if you got a question, what's wrong? Why you can't qualify her? You know what I'm saying? And she cannot tell you that she's bringing sex to the table because that's equal. That's balanced. Both of you guys are laying there. Both of you guys are laying there. You know what I'm saying? But that, like, pretty much that's my opinion on this topic. What do women bring to the table? Because I feel like the question should not be offensive, and I feel like there's a lot of answers, and there's no wrong answer if you telling the truth about yourself. And if you don't know the answer, then you need to do some investigating on yourself. You're never lying. You can maybe you're scared to say the wrong thing. Maybe you're scared you're gonna say the wrong answer because you don't know how to communicate, and that's why you're mad. Maybe you're not even mad at him. Maybe you're mad at yourself. You ain't checked the mirror in so long, you don't even know what direction to point it in. That happens too. You know what I'm saying? That happens as well. But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? We got to keep our hearts steady. We got to make sure that when we're dating people and when they're asking us questions and stuff, we want to talk to them and we are listening. You know what I'm saying? Well, listen, y'all. The Steady Your Heart podcast, man. I appreciate everybody for chiming in, for calling in. You know what I'm saying? My name is Shari Pilber, man. We got a couple more comments. We got a couple more comments. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Yo, Missy, what up? Yeah, and I think that's really the bottom line of all of this. Women don't like to be challenged. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they said, wait, okay, well, we still here. I got more time. I got time for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But like what Missy just said, some women don't like to be challenged, and that's literally annoying. You know what I'm saying? That's very. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Missy, go talk to us, man. We talking so much in the comments. You might as well have called in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Alpha Rho Theta, Fraternity of the Creative and Performing Arts. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
What's going on, Missy? Talk to me. Talk
hey
to
y'all.
um,
I'll chime in on that. So even back to my comment earlier when I said some men don't make you feel safe to be feminine. So
mm,
like if you're dealing with a girl like me, I got all brothers. I'm from the hood. Life hit me early, so I became very independent at a young age. So if I'm interested in a man, it's not because I need him per se. It's one because I want to be there. And I'm not the type of girl who say I don't need a man, because you do need a man. And there are just certain things that men can do that women cannot do. So any woman who says she don't need a man, she lying. She needs a man because there's certain things you can't do without a man.
so what do you mean when
But
you need him and then you're saying we don't need a man? Like, what's the difference between those two?
what I'm saying is, like, I'm not coming to you depending on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to take care of me. I don't have daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? If I'm coming at a nigga, or if I'm, interested in you, it's because I'm genuinely interested in you. And I got on here to say that sometimes women don't like being challenged because we've had to be so independent. Like after you, and this is not every woman. So before y'all blast me, this is not every woman's experience. I'm only speaking about my own. So I've been in relationships with guys where I make more money than they do. I'm confident. They may be insecure or things like that, where I don't feel safe to let my guard down. Maybe that's better than saying not being feminine, because I'm a feminine girl. I'm a girly girl.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I've been in situations where I've had to be so hard that it's kind of hard to soften up. And I'm learning that now. Like as I date now and I'm back in the dating game, like I'm a lot softer now than I used to be. But that's just from learning and from guys telling me no man wants to be with a woman who's so masculine. Like you too hard. Like it's okay to be a little hard, but you too hard. So
Yeah,
I think that's what I mean by being with someone who makes you feel safe. So, I ain't gonna put all my business out there. But like one of the guys I talk to now, I feel safe. I don't feel like I gotta be so hard because he got it. I don't feel like I gotta fight, for myself because he got it. Like,
mm-hmm.
and that's what I think when it comes to women being a little softer and a little more gentle. I think we need to feel safe because most women, yes, and JB, I got you. I'm a little rough around the edges, but back in the day, I was rough in the middle too. So you know what I'm saying? Like where I am now, and I think where a lot of women are, we just want to feel safe to let our guard down and to be soft.
Yeah.
Like I got this new rule, Chris, and you know me. I don't yell. I don't yell no more. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not about to scream at you. I'm not about to yell at you. I'm gonna communicate with you. If I don't like what you're
Yeah.
doing, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that comes with experience, and that also comes with being with someone who makes you feel like it's okay. It's okay to be mad at me without yelling at me. You can talk to me and tell me I did something you ain't like without screaming. And I
Yeah.
think that's what we be looking for when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Women just don't like being challenged too. We always want to be right.
I think it's good that you even said that and brought that into it because it's like a lot of times I think what our women do, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying. I feel like you're reformed and refreshed, you
A
know.
little
You
bit.
know, and we men do it too. And just as humans, we do it. You know what I'm saying? It's that we literally make our next person pay for our last mistake, right? In this way,
Yeah.
it's not a mistake that we were in that situation. It's a mistake that we stayed in it so long that it could affect our next situation.
Agreed.
And now we're still carrying that on to people. And then you have to learn that the hard way through good people that you
Yeah.
can't, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah. I'll be the first one to say I've missed out on probably some really good guys because I was just too hard. Like I'm mad at you because my mama and my daddy did, and I had to go get it out the mud. And because I've built this shell and because I've built this wall of my heart, now you got to pay for it. And now I've missed out. I probably would be married with kids by now if I wasn't so hard when I was.
mm-hmm.
Um, but it's still not, it's still not all bad because it's lessons learned. And now I'm able to be, softer. And now I'm able to, I'm a little more calm.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Let me
and
ask
that's the
you,
other thing. Why do we rush? Why do we rush into the next situation? Like, why we can't be by ourselves? Like, it's nothing wrong with taking time off. Date yourself.
you have to.
Like, take yourself to dinner. Take yourself to the movies, so that the next the next nigga don't gotta pay for what the last nigga did. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that ain't cool. And vice versa, men do it too, like you said. But you know, I think also we don't, in this culture, and especially in today's society, we don't date ourselves. Like, you don't know what you bring to the table because you don't know what's at your own table. You don't know what you got on your own table. Like, do you have an like? I gotta be real with myself. I got an attitude problem sometimes. Sometimes, you know, I don't want to be bothered. Like, and you gotta take time to dissect the stuff on your table before you can even consider taking anything to the next table.
Yeah, you
So,
talk to. Hey,
just keeping it real, y'all. Just keeping it real.
the crowd is going wild down there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm weak.
Literally, like, that's proper what you're saying. Hold on. The crowd's going crazy for mad long. Nah, but yo, literally what you were saying was like golden. And I hope that like a lot of people get that message. That, you know what I'm saying, you can't really like if you don't have time alone, you won't know that you need time alone. You'll be with a partner, mad at them, and you don't even know why. Oh, you just need some space, but you've never took that time to investigate yourself, and you won't be able to enjoy your partner. And also, if you don't take that time to investigate yourself, you won't know how to answer. You won't know how to answer the question. What do you bring to the table?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
facts.
So if you never take time out, you are forever a mystery to everyone and yourself. If you don't take time out,
That's facts.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Chris
but
got me on here preaching. No, I'm just kidding.
what you say?
Got me on here preaching.
Now you gotta get you on more. You fire. You know what I'm
Breathe.
saying?
Let me know. You know, I put my own business out there to help somebody.
Me see, we know you're the strongest ever. You know what I'm
Girl,
saying?
for
Like you,
real, girls,
bro.
we not married girls because we don't be doing what we supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. I remember I was dating one guy, and I'm about to get off because somebody else want to get on. I was dating this one guy. I actually almost married this guy, and I was so mean to him. I talked to him any kind of way, and I felt like, well, you a
You
nigga,
used
you
to
should be able to
stop
take it,
saying when he about to bite it.
huh? Like, I was so mean to him, and I didn't realize I was mean. Like, I'm saying this in hindsight. I was really mean to him, and
Mm-hmm.
what it was, I hadn't taken time to grieve. I had just lost my mom right before I entered into the relationship, and I'm like, he want to marry me, but I'm so mean to this nigga. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
rude. Like, I don't ever want to talk to him. I don't ever want to sleep with him. Like, get out my face. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing all the stuff that a woman should do. All the stuff that a wife would do. The house is clean. The bills are paid. The food is cooked. He had kids. The kids are taken care of. But he wasn't being taken care of because I didn't realize, like, I wasn't taken care of. I hadn't taken care of myself. I had
Yeah.
not processed the emotions that I was feeling from losing my mother. And I took that into a relationship unknowingly. And he was a really good guy. No, like, we was paying the bills together, baby. But what I'm saying is I was more financially, smart. So I made sure everything was paid so we could budget. But I wasn't taking care of no nigga. But I didn't realize that all those emotions had infiltrated my relationship with him, and it ruined the relationship. To this day, I'll tell the truth. Like, he had his stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
my part in that relationship falling apart was that I entered a relationship without having taken care of what I needed to take care of for myself. And that's a big mistake that we make. So, you know.
A lot of that's what led us here, and when we don't, that's how we end up not knowing what we bring to the table, and that's what makes the question controversial. Things
Yeah,
like that, everybody does it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate you calling in, and I appreciate your 100 realness. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And
Always and forever. I'm going to get off and let somebody else on here. What?
I was telling them to follow you, yo.
Yeah, y'all follow me. I follow y'all back.
All
All
right,
right, I'm out. Let
yeah.
Breezy on.
Let's see here. Yeah, you see it. When you take the time out for yourself, a lot of things are clear. You can see when someone's asking you a question in good intention. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Let me see. Let's get Breezy on. Come on, fellas. We need some more fellas in here too. What's going on, mama?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
All
What you got to
right.
topic?
You said what?
You got to say about the topic? You know what I'm saying? What do
Okay.
know
I
what I mean?
want to say something that is a miscommunication between men and females, right? So
Mm.
number one, I feel like there's two different kind of men, right? It's the men that are actually high value men, like their character is high value, they have self-awareness, they are responsible, they can maintain their own lifestyle, like whatever.
Mm.
And then there's the men that think they're high value but aren't really high value, right? So the miscommunication is coming in where people don't even know what exactly guys are referring to, because women normally see that phrase, what do you bring to the table, as being like monetary assets and
Mm-hmm.
resources, right? But apparently now, all the information out there is now telling men that, or I guess telling women, I should say, not men, that men don't want women for their monetary assets and their resources and your degrees, and we don't care about that shit. So women are like, whoa, like we didn't know y'all didn't care about that. So we're taking the question as, what do you bring, as in like our things and our money? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When we're looking at y'all like, but ain't that y'all job? You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
so okay, so one type of guy is thinking that like when he asks a girl that question, that he just means, what type of character traits do you have? What type of womanly character traits? But then it's the fake ones that think they're high value that really don't, that are really asking women like, can you go half on me on certain things? Like, what do you have? So we gotta speak for both of them, because I'm sure some guys are thinking like that question means, what does she actually have? Because not all guys are, traditional type guys that don't want their woman, that don't care if their woman has a career,
So we gotta talk. So we gotta talk about the guys now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, talk about the guys. Let's talk about the guys. So first of all, I wanted to debunk two things because there's more people on. When it comes to the question, what do people women bring to the table? Like she said, guys don't a lot. Like she said, one type of guy doesn't care if it's monetary, but one type of guys, if he's asking me questions, it means that he likes you. It doesn't mean that he's trying to qualify you if he'll dump you or not. It means that he's trying to get to know you more on a certain level. So now the certain guys that's doing it to see what you do have and things like that, I honestly don't even feel like these dudes are even asking what you bring to the table. I feel like they're already at work. They're already getting some of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A guy has never asked me that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like how many of y'all women actually got asked what you bring to the table, and if he did ask you, did he like you? He probably did.
That's
You know,
only an internet thing. Like, guys are not really even saying that in real life, I don't think. Like,
and like even me personally, I've only asked one girl what she brings to the table,
mm.
and it was a problem. So I was like, you know what? No more of that war. You know what I'm saying? She likes to bring attitude and drama to the table, so she can keep it. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, there's no point in asking. I'm just gonna investigate on my own. You know what I'm saying? Investigate on my own and let time tell.
And
But
I
yeah,
think that,
I'm
you said
listening.
what?
I'm listening to you.
And I think that question should be revised, because what do you bring to the table was traditionally a question that women asked men, because, I mean, that's where it came from. So for a guy to ask a woman, what do you bring to the table? It's like, do you want me to provide for you? Do you want me to, like, that's what it sounds like. So
So how?
maybe the question should be flipped, like, what do you think you can add to a relationship? Because the table does not, like, that's not what that means. Like, that means, what do you have? You know what I'm saying?
So now to me that feels like that's starting to feel like again it goes back to guys got to watch how we talk and women don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you could ask me what I bring to the table straight up, and you know I know what you want, which is security and stuff, and I say that. And I
Mm-hmm.
ask you straight to the table. You know I want the nurturement and from femininity, and I can't say that. I gotta ask it differently because you know what I'm saying? Like so now I gotta ask the question the way that because women you said historically women ask what do you bring to the table. Now men are asking and it's a problem. Was literally the same answer but different, same question but different answers. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel like.
But women are thinking that men are saying, what can you bring as far as money and things like that, and actual things. So it's not clear. You know what I'm saying? It's not clear.
That's why it's great that we're doing this today. Stuff like this, we're gonna make it clear. You know what I'm saying? Because literally the fact you brought that up is like, it's probably just another big black misunderstanding. Another big misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? As far as the language between men and women trying to figure out how to talk to each other and how to investigate each other when we like each other. You know what I'm saying? Because if a man is asking a woman what you bring to the table, and she thinks that he's asking about her money and stuff, it's just literally it's a misunderstanding off rip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though some guys are asking that, but if you feel like he's asking that, you should be able to tell by his pre-actions, or like you should be able to tell already the type of caliber of guy. If you think he's asking financially, then still answer the question and you can still dip. But either way, we deserve the respect of an answer question and some humility. You know what I'm saying? No matter who it is.
And I personally think that guys should not make that normal. Like, please do not start asking that on dates, because that I don't think it's a good look. Honestly, even though I know where y'all coming from, like you want the female to say, oh, you know, her quality traits and, you know, like I guess what's on the inside or something. I don't know. Like I can cook, I can listen or whatever. But I don't think it's a good look for guys to ask women, so what do you bring to the table? It's like, do you need me? You know, and that's kind of unattractive. Like, you know.
Okay, so on that level, that's so now we just gotta go to the player pimp game.
Okay.
You know, right? So if you're on the first date and you're on a date with a girl, like literally for the sake of the game, they think it's unattractive for you to ask. You cannot ask for that sake. But if you really want to get to know her and you really want to ask, and you want to ask the question, bro, and even if she thinks it's unattractive, ask the question. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you have the question, ask it, but be smart. And a lot of times you don't even have to ask. Like, guys are not out here asking that question. You know what I'm saying? But it's a big topic, because the main thing is like, why guys don't like the fact that we can't. Like, why can't I though if I wanted to?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why's it a big deal if I wanted to when you could literally ask me that in front of your whole family and not have to answer? You know what I'm saying? So, but like, why can't I ask? And I think that's the big issue. But I would definitely say guys shouldn't be out here just asking every girl they're getting to know, what are you bringing to the table? Because it's like, there's a lot of different ways to get to know someone. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if the question is asked, it should be respected and should be humbly answered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how I feel about it. I feel like we pretty much agree on that aspect of guys shouldn't be out here just asking that question willy-nilly.
Okay, and one more thing. Sorry. One more thing I want to say is I feel like guys are not like they're asking that question, right? Or like online. But
Exactly.
yeah, they're asking the question online to really, it almost seems like they're trying to just challenge women for almost no reason, because like, so like let's say like we're watching, like I've watched Kevin Samuel videos, right? And it's almost like a woman on his channel cannot say the right answer. And I know that Kevin Samuels is not the end all be all when it comes to relationship advice, right? But that's the guy, or that's the man that a lot of, you know, men out here are listening to. So we have to talk about Kevin Samuels and his opinion. So when women call in and he says, so what do you have to bring, or what can you bring to the table, right? And women be like, well, my personality, I'm attractive, I go to the gym, blah blah blah. It don't matter what women say. He'll be like, what can that do for the man? What does that add to the man? Okay, you work out, and you know, it's almost like we can't say the right answer. So it's like, what do you want us to say? We have a degree, we have money, or we're beautiful and we can cook. Like, it's almost everything that women says is demonized.
Yeah, but that's literally, it's like, we just want you to tell the truth humbly. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? Because if you answer the question, you tell the truth, and we don't like it, then we can move with that. But that's what we want. Not the wrong answer, because like I said, every situation is different. You know what I'm saying? Every relationship is different. So just tell the truth. But it's not like no need to even make a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? If he asks, like, but again, we're advising. There's no point of even going around asking that question to everybody. And plus, this is not Kevin Samuels. We already know how that platform go. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Than real life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys will ask that question, and a woman will say that look like that to a regular guy. That's not a high value man, because that's what he's representing. That's not a high value man, and they will like the answer. You know what I'm saying? They will like the answer. You know what I'm saying? In that case, we got to remember that there's the real world and then there's the social media world. And probably in the real world, people are figuring out and getting to know each other on a slower level and asking what you bring to the table. But if it does come up because it's floating around online, which means it's going to come into the real world, then we should all be ready to answer, and we should all be ready to be humble to each other and respect each other in that realm. You know what I'm saying?
And sorry, last but not least, last thing is I feel like men are not saying this, but they really do want women to come with certain monetary assets, but they're just not saying it. Like, no one wants a broke bitch. No one wants that, but guys are still continuing to say, oh, I don't want a girl for her money, I want her for her femininity and stuff like that. But if she's broke, then you're gonna have a problem. So pick a side.
Nah, glad you said that, because here's the middle ground of conversation that we have here, right? Right, no guy want no broke woman, but he's not asking her to have more than what she needs to take care of herself. You see what I'm saying? So if she can't take care of herself, then what you doing? Like, you can't even take care of yourself. So now you're leeching. Now you're here for the wrong reason. Now even if you're not, you look like you're here for the wrong reasons. Even if you're not. So when we say, what do you like? Even if a good man asks what you bring to the table, if you want to talk about monetary, he just want to know that you can take care of yourself. So that way, and not to know you can take, but to know that you're not trying to take from him. He protected himself, because you know how women out here in the city girl mindset, we got to defend ourselves from that. You know what I'm saying? So we try to defend ourselves from those kind of women, and a broke woman could kind of be a red flag, because she can't do for herself, so eventually she's gonna start needing. You know.
So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking so much.
Good combo.
I think that so let's say now you're saying that, okay, so a woman having money is good, not to help him, but just to help herself. That's attractive. So if a woman says, I make money, I have a good job, and I have a degree, why is that wrong? Why is that demonized on so many men's channels? Like, why is that wrong?
I don't see that I don't really see that being wrong and demonized. I don't really see anything wrong with it. I don't live in a world where there's anything wrong with that. I'm educated, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really answer that, because I don't never seen that to really exist besides on Kevin Samuels' show. You know what I'm saying? But you know that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? So a woman saying, I got a degree, a lot of guys would be like, oh, she's smart. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I can't really answer that one. Oh, JV said he can answer it. I don't know if you want to call in, JV. You've been talking all day. You know what I'm saying?
All right. See you later.
All right, mama.
See you. Bye.
Hey,
love you too.
Yeah. So let me see. So yo, JV, what's the answer, bro? What's the answer, bro?
How I get out of here?
Oh, you gotta yeah. Let me see here. How I get you in here, bro? Let me see here. I don't know how to get you in here, JV. You gotta ask to get in or something. I mean, I'm new to this, not that true to this. Let me see here. Oh, go live. Here we go. Boom. I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yo, answer the question. Yo, JV, what up, bro?
What up, my brother?
Hey, chilling, man.
What up, my guy?
Good, chilling, man. Always good to see you, bro. Always.
Yeah, man. It's good to see you too, Nick.
Answer the question, bro.
So, first of all, you got to understand what type of guy he's talking about. Most of these women call in asking for a certain type of guy, a high value man. Those men in particular don't care about your degree. They don't care about your money, because they already set up. They're already good. So that's why they don't care, because that don't bring them anything. That really don't bring them value. That, yes, that's good for you to have the degree and everything, but that doesn't bring that man value. It's just factual. You feel what I'm saying? They don't put no money in his pocket, make his business go up, nothing. But the average man, who most of these women don't want to go for, because it's just like, because Kevin, I listen to Kevin Samuels, you feel what I'm saying? And I actually like his message. I don't agree with 100% he says, but about 95. You feel what I'm saying? So he said something like, you know, remember when you was in school and most of the girls wanted 2 or 3 guys out the class?
Yeah.
It's just like that in life. Most of the women want like 10% of the men. You got a lot of competition, baby. So if you think you're just gonna be able to lean on your degree, lean on your money, and that's gonna keep them around, you wrong. That's just, and again, it's a competition thing with the certain type of men that most of these women want. But to go back to the everyday average man, which I classify myself as just a regular man. I'm a blue collar guy. I work every day. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, but I've never asked a woman, what do you bring to the table? You feel what I'm saying? But me personally, I never seen myself as like a quote unquote high value man, how they explain what a high value man is. I don't have a Fortune 500 company. I don't have, I don't have these things. So I don't look at myself as a high value man. I look at myself as an average everyday man. I'm trying to build something with a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Most of these women want a man who's already built his castle. If he's already built his castle, baby, all you can do is assist the castle. That's it. All you can do is assist the castle. And that's cool, because you chilling. You living in luxury. Why? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So bring what these high value men want. What these high value men want is someone to bring them just like a average man. We want a motherfucker who bringing peace and who got your back. You know, they might not always agree with you, but they got your back. You feel what I'm saying? They'll tell you when you're wrong, they'll tell you when you're right, but they always got your back. And when they tell you they love you, it's real. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't none of that phony going back and forth just because we arguing. Now I hate you, I don't love you no more. Like, nah, keep it a buck always. Keep it real. And when feelings start to change, keep it a buck.
But that's another thing too, right? Yeah.
If and that's on both sides. That's on both sides. If a guy is, and I agree with Easy Breezy, don't be the high value man. Now, cool. If that's what you want, and you can get that man, you just gotta understand where it come with. It really, you live in the luxury. Yeah, you can pay for these things, but that man is gonna want you to look a certain way. You ain't finna be you gonna have to look a certain way, ladies.
Yeah.
That's if you want that type of man. Now the average man, who a lot of these women say, like big girls, you feel what I'm saying? Which, hey, you like what you like, but I'm calling cap on it, because I know most men, they like they like a pretty woman. We go for pretty first. That's what you catch our eye with, pretty.
Yeah.
A man don't necessarily catch a woman eye because he look good. You feel what I'm saying? That won't catch her eye. Now, he may be doing some things to show that he got a couple things that she may. For security, he got money, so you're gonna be secure in that aspect. He might be a taller guy, a bigger guy. You secure in that aspect. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to clear up. But ladies, again, let me just say this before I go. Ladies, please stop saying you settling for men. Please stop saying that. That is very disrespectful. That is very disrespectful. Stop saying that y'all settling for men. Like, just because you can't get this high value man don't mean you settling, baby. You dating in your bracket. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. And it's a man out there for you. And it's a good man too. Hey, even if they broke, baby, you can always build with somebody. And shit, what you bring to the table? You feel what I'm saying? Shit, that nigga broke. Okay, well, do you bring some knowledge? You bring a little money? And then, fuck it. You don't want the broke nigga? Don't get the broke nigga. You got options too. You ain't got to get the broke nigga. Like, come on, just don't be fooled and don't be going for the whole gusto as far as if a man asks you what you bring to the table, answer the question. And keep it feminine. Keep it
Literally,
feminine, bro. Don't hostility. Keep it to a minimum.
always,
I know y'all
always.
can be rough around the edges, and I tell my girl that all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when we arguing, and I know I can, be a little hard-headed, and sometimes I can be an asshole, but keep it feminine. You will attract more bees with honey than vinegar.
Facts, facts,
So
bro.
that's what I mean by keep it feminine. It ain't just letting a man take you and just do whatever. That's why I kind of didn't know what she meant by not feel safe, just because being feminine is just like, it's just characteristics. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a gentle, uh, goddamn, she follow, she understand how to, it's just characteristics that make a woman feminine. Every woman
Exactly,
ain't feminine.
exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it boils down to. Like, that's the main thing they say. It make you feel like you're challenged. They feel challenged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's
I,
not. We're not challenging you, but actually that we're literally inquiring. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody challenging you.
like you said, they can ask us that question all the time. Matter of fact, that question is asked
Bro, that question is
all the
historic.
time.
Bro, that question is prehistoric for men. We just started asking, and now we got to get on live. You see what I'm saying?
That ain't just start, and I mean both ways, because women ask that too, all the time. That's first quarter. Matter of fact, they don't even ask because
That's what
people trying to show them.
made the question, and
Right,
that's why we asking it, because it's feminine question. Because
right.
they be asking because they question. That's why I said, how come you can ask and we can't? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Historically,
yeah. But I
it's,
appreciate it, man. I'm gonna keep watching, man. I want to
bro,
see what anybody else got to say.
appreciate the golden knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Always, always. We gotta chop it up again, man. It's always nice
Yes.
chopping it up.
Oh shit, you got my college roommate in this motherfucker. What up, Raymond?
Hey, get out of here, man. Shout out his niggas. Like, hey, what's good, everybody?
Hi, my G.
Alright, bro. Hey, shout out man, JV, man. And shout out to Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida has a bunch of amazing people. I met so many good friends out there. He's one of the main ones, yo. Shout out to Tampa, yo. But yo, like he was saying, if someone asks what you bring to the table, you can tell them. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta date within your bracket, date within your reality, because whoever you're dating, you're attracting. Like, if you dating somebody, you attracted that. If he a bum, if he broke, blah blah blah, whatever. You gotta know that you attracted that. So what you attracted, want to know what you bring to the table. Then blame yourself if you don't think he's worthy of the answer. Blame yourself if you don't think he's worthy of the answer. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? It's been a long time. We got to chop it up again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, blame yourself. Let's get into some comments. I heard JB had some comments going. He was on there. Let me see. Boom, boom. Assistant is a quality, the quality of a teammate, a partner which you should want. Yeah, exactly. Can you assist? Like he said, can you assist in the journey? Because like we was talking about, man. Let's talk about reality, okay? Let's talk. Can I talk to real people real quick? Can I talk to some real people that are like in the real world? You know what I'm saying? That are not famous and not got all these brands. Can I just talk to some real people? You know what I'm saying? So listen, if you're in a real dating realm, you know what I'm saying? Someone asks what you bring to the table, and you're not in a higher price bracket yourself, neither is he, and he asks what you bring to the table, and he needs you to, and you know that he has potential to be rich, he has dreams, and he needs someone that can believe in him, maybe even make a call for him, maybe blah, blah, blah. And you know that you believe in him, he asks what you bring to the table, maybe you could say that. Maybe you could just be humble to the situation. Not even be humble to your man, just be humble to the situation. You know what I'm saying? The situation that you choosing to be in. Literally. The situation that you're choosing to be in. You know what I'm saying? So how about that when the man asks you to bring what you bring to the table? Just be humble to the situation. And like we said, so today, here's what I learned today. So here's my takeaways. And please comment your takeaways. I'm gonna put this on YouTube. I'm gonna put this on Instagram. But comment your takeaways. And here's what I got. Here's what I got. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Oh, hold on. I got another comment. Let me read that out loud. I read it in my mind. See, broken people are attracted to healing energy. It's not always your fault. Wow. Hold on. Yo, Guinea, son. That's deep, bro. That's deep on a whole nother level. That's deep on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Like, broken people are attracted to healing energy. That sounds like nature. That sounds like nature. And guess what? Healing energy is probably attracted to broken things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, JB disagree. Oh, snap, snizzy. I agree though, JB. I agree, man. But I always know you got something smart to say because you always got something. You always got the right answer, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to some more comments, man. Champagne China. Let's see here. I would say that each person should say what they need or expect from each other. That's basically what you bring to the table is asking. Can you do for me what I need? Exactly. Boom. Like, listen, I'm loving this crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fact. I'm learning so much from you guys. That's facts. Like when someone's asking what you bring to the table, here's the thing with that. Like I was saying earlier, every relationship is unique. Not just the people you're dating, but the relationship with your brother, with each friend, with each teacher, each classmate, each coworker. Every relationship is completely unique. So if you take all of those relationships, you treat those people different, but everybody you date, you treat them the same, like in the same bracket, then you literally, what are you doing? Like that's not nature. You know what I'm saying? So literally, when people come into your life, they come at a different time, a different chapter to assist you. So if they ask them what you bring to the table, then maybe they want to see how we fit. Because a lot of guys, real men, they probably just want to organize the situation. What are your strengths? Like, what do you bring to the, you know what I'm saying? So maybe instead of asking what do you bring to the table, you can say, what are your strengths? You know what I'm saying? What can you contribute to a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Oh, somebody said, who do my hair? Oh, let me see, my hair? The pillow. You feel me? The pillow, some water, some oil. You feel me? The pillow, the water, some oil. That's what do my hair, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Let's see what they say here. And that's where boundaries come to place. I don't know exactly what I said at that time. You know what I'm saying? But boundaries are important. Boundaries are important. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got here. Oh, preachers who? 12. Let's see here. I'll never understand why this question is an issue. The question should be asking, all relationships work? Hey, wow. See, and that's another issue. We always hold our partners and our potential partners way more accountable than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, what do you bring to the table? Every time you go to a job interview, that's what that is. And you're literally sitting at a table. You tell them what you bring. You actually even brought your resume. Like, oh, listen, I brought my resume to the table. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't bring your resume, if you bring your resume to the table for a job in a company, someone that doesn't have the potential to even love you or care about you, you could definitely do it for your relationship and for your loved one. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, they said, oh, bet. I got it. Let me see. That's when boundaries come into place when it comes to attracting in your field. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Because when you're attracted in your field, right? See, I like that. When you're attracted in your field, and you know thyself, you know where to draw the line. You know your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when sometimes even a glimpse of your old self could come back, and you can attract something by mistake real quick. Sometimes you gotta set a boundary on something you attracted. You know what I'm saying? And you don't never have to accept anything from anyone. You know, so but at the end of the day, if you're actually gonna date someone, you're gonna let them spend money on you. You're gonna lay with them in bed, like even sleep next to them. One of the most vulnerable things you can do is sleep. Like sleep next to them. Then they have the right to ask you what you bring to the table. Or you tripping, sleeping with ghosts and strangers. You better steady your heart. What's wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. But listen. More to the topic. You know what I'm saying? So here's my takeaways. At the end of the day, you have to have time alone. You got to take time alone. So that way, if this question does come up, you can have the answer not for them, but for you. You know what I'm saying? Not for them, but for you. Let me see. Oh, do you think that people have a thing for trauma bonding? Like literally, yes. Trauma bonding. Like trauma bonding. That's like literally one of the most. Trauma bonding is a pandemic of its own. You know what I'm saying? What a virus. Trauma bonding. Listen, because what happens is trauma bonding is weird because trauma bonding can be this big. Exactly. Everybody does it, right? That's what I'm saying. I was just about to say that. Trauma bonding can be this big and trauma bonding can be this big. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you could have, or it could be this short and this long. It could be like even time limits. You know what I'm saying? It's like comfort food. You know what I'm saying? Good on Yo, a good old trauma bond, you know what I'm saying? Help me feel better. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Trauma bonds turns into traumatic situations. You know what I'm saying? What is a trauma bond? Here we go. Let's educate the people. A trauma bond is a connection that people build because they relate through past pains. So let's say, for example, little Johnny, little Johnny, his dog ran away last week, and he went to school and he cried about it, and everybody knew that little Johnny's dog died last week. No, I mean ran away, because dogs don't die; they just go to heaven. We love dogs. Okay, ran away last week. You know what I'm saying? But then next week, little Sarah, her dog runs away too. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what happens? Little Johnny, he's like, little Sarah feels just like me. Both of our dog ran away. And little Johnny walks up to her and said, I can relate to that. And then start talking about that. And then they become best of friends. And after that, they start talking about other things and laughing about other things. But that initial bond was made from a painful place. So literally, they were just using each other to survive instead of using each other to actually get to know each other. So it's literally, there comes a place where the trauma comes back out. And it leaves a big mystery. That's what trauma bonding is. And a lot of us do that as adults. When you to get out of the little example, when we date people in the past, we all have past traumas from history. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you know what I'm saying. Sometimes people have been lost someone to someone else, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So trauma bonding can be very dangerous. But I think that everybody does it. Everybody does it because we're a social people and we need each other to survive. You just have to be really careful with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important to be very humble to the person you're dating, and you got to take that time alone, like I was saying. Another thing is, like, oh yeah, back to the humbleness. When someone's asking you what you bring to the table, if you're humble to your situation, you know what I'm saying? If you're humble to your situation, and someone asks you what you bring to the table, you should be openly ready to ask them. And if you're taking that time alone in secret to get to know yourself, you shouldn't have a problem asking them. And if it's not enough for them, you shouldn't have a problem sliding out. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know how to answer the question because you have problems investigating yourself, and you have problems being humble to the person you decided to date, you probably decided to sleep with. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't know what you bring to the table. And that's why this whole thing could be an issue. And that's why I even have to do this live. You know what I'm saying? Steady your heart. That's why I even have to do this live. So at the end of the day, I feel like us as lovers and us as people that want that, we have to first take time out to get to know ourselves and be real with ourselves about our situation. Like, your life only has one real situation. I don't care what you fabricate in your mind. If you're big in this area, you're small in that area, blah, blah, blah. There's only one true situation. Figure out your situation. You know what I'm saying? And you realize that your situation is going to attract who you end up dating. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So listen. So the live topic that we're talking about, we got new people in this. What do women bring to the table? And I'm recapping and I'm wrapping up. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much telling y'all that you got to be home to the situation. You got to take time for yourself. And also, just some player advice. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here just asking every girl you meet or like what you bring to the table. That's not even pimping, baby. Like, it's honestly not pimping. But if you pass that phase and you really like her and you really want to know, you know what I'm saying? Then at that point, you have the right to ask. Because like I said, historically, this is a woman's question. So if they had the right to ask us that since the beginning of the time, we have the right to ask them that now. Steady your hearts, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This is the time of accountability for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Black men are holding everybody accountability. We're holding out accountable. Black men are holding each other accountable. We're holding our women accountable. We're holding the white man accountable. We're holding our bosses accountable. We're holding everybody accountable. Accountability is love. Accountability is love. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some more comments. How do you get to know yourself when you don't know yourself? Oh, so there you go. I love that question. How do you get to know yourself when you don't know yourself? So the first thing, like the first step is already made. You just know that you don't know yourself, right? So guess what, bro? Now you can take time out. You know what I'm saying? You could take time out and figure out things you do like and don't like. And the only way to do that is to try new things. You know what I'm saying? To get to know yourself, and you have to be honest. And then you got to also feed positivity into yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you're alone, you get depressed. Listen, you got to fight through that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you have to create yourself out of every situation. You got to find the things you like. Like I've been through depressions before. One depression, I picked up painting. You know what I'm saying? I always create my way out of situations. One depression, I got myself a new dance style. You know what I'm saying? And don't think that something's wrong with you because you're depressed or you're any different than any great person in the world. Elon Musk gets everybody go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like painting, karaoke, getting to nature. Exactly. Exactly. You gotta feed positivity. Oh, another thing that I did, like every single day, you have to listen to something positive. I listen to motivational speeches. So listen to a book. Or if you don't feel like being so serious, just listen to something that makes you laugh. Like take a break. Listen to something that makes you laugh. That's just funny. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons I got this podcast. Listen to the Study Your Heart podcast. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm here. So people can have something to listen to feed them positivity, but I'm also going to be 100% real with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some more because I want y'all to hear what these people are saying. You know what I'm saying? Because they said some people feel depressed when they're alone, and that's why I said what I just said. You know what I'm saying? And literally, yeah, exactly. When you're taking that long time, it's never too much. Take it as long as you can. And when that time is over, you will literally know because you'll feel like a superhero, like you invincible. I'm about to throw my key. Invincible. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, you'll know. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we said. Champagne China. Take time to yourself. Don't be out here dating and spreading your soul thin. Look at yourself. Be honest. It may hurt, but that's a part of healing, and healing is beautiful. Exactly. Exactly. Like you really have to be honest with yourself. Like sometimes you got to be honest with. Like if you need help, and you're a man and you don't want to tell nobody, maybe you just need to go in a room by yourself and out loud say, "I need help." And the universe gonna come help you. You're gonna get the help you need. But you gotta be honest. You gotta say and declare your problems and declare your victories. Declare all of it. Because all of it is you and all of it is real. And like China said, all of it is beautiful. Steady your heart. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's exempt and nobody's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's better than nobody. Let's see. Instead of going out, stay home. Find a way to grow and have fun. Exactly. And you definitely don't want to be dating if you're in a state that you don't even know what's going on with yourself, you don't know who you are, you don't even want to be dating because you're like a serial killer of love. Literally, you're out there just doing a bunch of nothing. Trauma bonding, like take the time before you get back in the field. You literally stop hurting people. Don't go date nobody else. I'm telling you, this was one of y'all. Don't go date nobody else until you take the time out that you need for yourself. And you'll know when it's over because you'll feel like a superhero. Let's get into some more comments. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. You have to be healed before you get into a relationship because that causes more issues and trauma bonding. Exactly. Exactly. You got to be healed. You know what I'm saying? Before you get into a relationship. And the thing about healing though, you never know when you're fully healed. Like sometimes you gotta get to a relationship and realize like, oh, I healed from this, but I still had that. Wow. So that's why you gotta make sure when you get to a relationship, you have a partner that's gonna understand you. That's gonna and that's why questions like, what do you bring to the table? How about say, I bring understanding. No matter what, I vow to understand you. You know what I'm saying? I vow to not judge you. You know what I'm saying? How about that? If somebody asks what you bring to the table. Or what if we did this? What if this was the cure, guys? What if we asked them for what we needed for them to bring to the table? Because the big problem is that we act like we don't need each other. But if you meet somebody you like them, be like, listen, this is what I need from you. Do you think you can bring this to the table? And what if they say, no, I can't now, but I can learn it for you? Because like, what if we actually work together? You know what I'm saying? Humbly and humanly. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some more comments. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Oh, go to the park and swing on the swing. Yo, literally. Yo, swings is mad fun. I ain't gonna hold you like I'm tall now, I'm 6'2", so I be having to hold my legs up, but swings is mad fun. You know what I mean? You go crazy, like, crazy. Like, yo, be a kid. You know, I teach kids K through 12. I've directed 4 kid plays. I work with kids. I've done it all within the last couple of years, baby. The kid in me never leaves. The park is my spot. You know what I'm saying? I just picked up the tech deck skateboarding with your finger tech decking. Stop playing, man. Dude, like, be free. You know? Yeah, swing on the swing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take it back to what made you happy as a child. Color or play with literally, that's what we just said. Yeah, I should have read the whole thing exactly. Because a lot of times when you're trying to find yourself, you're trying to heal. Here's what we're doing. We're healing adults. We're trying to heal the adult us. But the adult us never existed because we were like, a lot of us were broken as a child. So you got to go back and heal the child so the adult can finally exist for once. Literally. You see what I'm saying? That's what healing is. You got to really do an investigation to go deep within yourself. You know what I'm saying? And don't miss the motivational speeches. Follow me. I'm doing this on the regular, talking to the people, giving that positivity. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What does Young Nova do for solitude? Yo, what I do is I come here, I make beats, I podcast. I do martial arts. I love physical activity. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking Muay Thai. I still Muay Thai. You know what I'm saying? I work out. I climb Stone Mountain. I do a lot of different things because I don't like to do one thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always got my hands on a lot of things, but I know where my passion lies, which is within this realm of music, which is why I'm sitting here with the studio, my music degree behind me, and this keyboard in front of me. You understand me? Come get your services, vocal lessons, piano lessons, audio recording, stage prepping, all of that. But anyway, let's keep moving, man. Guinea. Yo, good sex will keep them trauma bonds traumaing. Yo, Guinea, that's a fact. Yo, trauma sex be fire. Like, yo, that trauma, yeah. Yo, that's so crazy. Let me smell that trauma. But hey, you gotta steady your heart, yo. And you gotta have some discipline. You gotta have some discipline. Because literally, that trauma, guess what trauma turns into? Drama. You feel me? That right now, that right now trauma sex gonna turn into drama sex. You know what I'm saying? So stop that trauma bondage. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving through, yo, Guinea, wow. Being healed just means that you're aware of your imperfections and you can control your attitude. Even when you may get triggered, you never lash out. That is what being healed means. That is what being healed means. That you understand them and you can actively, literally, all like full time, proactively fix them and move in a way that's befitting to your current majesty, not your last issue. That's what we forget to do. We forget to move within our current majesty rather than our last issue. Remember who you are. Steady your heart. You know what I'm saying? Steady your heart. Let's keep moving through. We got more comments. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feeling that one. It went crazy. That comment went crazy. Let's go see some more, man. What it truly, when you get to know someone honestly, you'll allow yourself to be more vulnerable with your wants and needs. That's true. That's true. And they say when you truly get to know someone honestly, you'll be more vulnerable with your wants and needs. But I feel like that's very true. But the fact that the beginning of that says, when you truly, I feel like if you really want to get to know somebody, don't wait. You don't have to wait. Ask the questions and start to build and let them know how you feel and who you are so you guys can start moving in honesty and in love and not in pride and ego and insecurities and fear. Just like maybe what you bring to the table is not the question. And say, I'm in this place in my life. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of things I'm looking for in a partner. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that we can work together to fulfill, like, what do you need? Do you think we can work together to fill in each other's gaps? Can we fill each other's gaps? How about that? Write it down. Somebody write that down for me, text it to me. The answer to the cure to what you bring to the table is both people looking at each other and say, this is where I lack. Can we fill in each other's gaps and keep each other happy and love each other unconditionally? You understand me? You understand me? Now let's take a look here. We got some more comments. You know what I'm saying? Once you're honest with yourself, to find out what you really want, you could be specific. Exactly. You don't actually have what you bring to the table. If you took your time out, you don't have to ask a loose question to someone you're trying to have a tight situation with. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to ask those questions. It's called settling your intentions. Oh, that's a start. Exactly. If you really want to have a mature relationship, you gotta ask these questions. And also, let's say your partner doesn't answer perfectly. You gotta get to that. What if you like this person, you ask them what they bring to the table, and then they give you the wrong answer? Right? Whoa. Stressful. You know what I'm saying? You already like them, right? Communicate. Be like, oh, okay. I can see, wow, that's awesome. I really like that you bring that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But then just have a further conversation. Like, this is where I like. Don't say, oh, this is what I need you to fix. Tell them this is where I lack. You know what I'm saying? This is blah blah blah, and I'm looking for somebody that can do this blah blah blah. Just keep the conversation going. Maybe like, oh yeah, well me too, and like, you know what I'm saying? And if they're not willing to keep a flowing conversation with you, open and honest, then you need to study your heart. Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But that's that with that, man. So listen, at the end of the day, the true answer to this is, oh, we gotta be human. We gotta, if you're not willing to be humble to that person, you shouldn't be letting them spend money on you because you're a thief. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be sleeping with them because you irresponsibly exchanging energy. You know what I'm saying? You literally shouldn't be wasting your time if you're not willing to be humble to ask the questions that's gonna move this situation forward. And if they ask you what you bring to the table, you automatically look down on them for what they got. Then guess what? You look down on yourself for dating them. Look down on yourself for dating them. Yo, it's not his fault he broke in your life. It's your fault he broke in your life. What you mad at? Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck on my podcast, yo. Let's keep it. I'm about to flip the keyboard again. Let's get back to some more comments, man, because I'm about to lose my mind, man. Let me see. Champagne China, she fired with the comments. She be knowing what to say, yo. Let me see what she said, yo. But if you never asked, you would have never known. You would have been stressed treating the other person bad because they're not doing what you want. Meanwhile, you don't even know what you want. Exactly. You don't even know why you mad. You don't even know why you mad, yo. You should be walking around the whole relationship mad. Niggas say good morning, hey. And you mad he ain't giving you what you want. You didn't even know you mad he ain't giving what you want because you don't even know what you want because you didn't take the time out. You know what I'm saying? You take the time out. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta literally, if you dating a man and he asks you, what do you bring to the table? And your first thought is the audacity of this bum little boom, boom, boom to do that to me? Literally, the audacity for you to date a bum, blah, blah, blah. He ain't do nothing wrong. He did his job. I got the woman he was attracted to. That's our nature. You kept him around, and now you're gonna judge him and blast him because you tricked him into thinking that you think that you guys are on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Because another thing is, once a guy starts showing he really likes you, you can't think you're ahead of him. Show some damn respect. Stay humble. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else going on. And I also think so too. What do you bring? I think that the question, what do you bring to the table, should be completely eliminated. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the question, what do you bring? Like I'm really not too big on the question. I'm glad it's just that big. But the main point of this podcast and this episode was to say that men have the right to ask, though. And when we do, you need to answer. And the reason you need to answer is because if you can't be humble to him, you shouldn't even be in the situation where he can even ask you that. Or he shouldn't even got that far. You probably already got a meal out the man, but he can't ask you what you bring to the table when he already bought you a little salad or something. So yeah, you could have bought your own salad, but you ate his. So he want to know what you bring to the table, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you said yeah to the salad, you said yeah to the time. So maybe if you judging him for being broke and asking certain questions and acting too entitled for his status, and you date him, then it's not even him. That man ain't doing nothing wrong. Yo, check the mirror instead of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Literally. But that's that. What's that, man? I appreciate everybody that came in. I'm doing another one on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? I had a blast here. We're going to keep the juicy topics coming. I'm about to post this on my story. I'm about to post this on YouTube. Please leave your final thoughts in the comments. Like, I'm just starting a podcast. All of y'all support would be a big deal to me, a big help. Like I said, I'm a human and I'm humble. I'm getting this thing going, and I appreciate all y'all feedback. So leave your comments, leave your shares, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And make sure y'all steady your heart out here, man. I love all y'all. Don't forget, be real with the mirror. And the truth of the mirror is what's on the other side of that shit is amazing. You dig? Steady your hearts, man. Matt Love, Sharif Nova. You dig?